Shasha's virtual classroom. How to start and finish studying. Have a bird's eye view of entire syllabus. Study each topic thoroughly. Never ever resort to shortcuts in study. Work out examples, illustrations, and exercises. Repeat until you understand. Practice exam questions. Practice mock exam. Simulate exam conditions and practice. This is the only way to secure A plus. Once again, remember, no shortcut for success. Being thorough in the textbook or notes is not sufficient. Substantial question papers should be solved before appearing in the exams. Before attempting question papers, students should have a thorough knowledge of the entire syllabus. Hello dear students, this class is to like a heads up class. Okay, it's a heads up. Heads up class for students of class 12 particularly. So particularly from the streams of CBSE and ISE. So students opt commerce subject thinking that it's just easy to pass or something like that. They don't feel like studying science because there are a lot of mathematics calculations are there. But they take up commerce. Some students they take up commerce thinking that's easy, so you'll escape from maths, something like that. So even worse, some students take up humanities. Those who think that even commerce will have a bit of maths and some numbers will be there, so they want to avoid numbers, they take up humanities. So remember, either it is CBSE or ISE, both the boards are they are standard boards, like they are national boards, and they are equally competitive. I have seen students arguing that ISE is superior to CBSE, CPSE is superior to ISE. So don't indulge in all those nonsense, stupid ideas, because both are equally competitive. I have taught lot of students from both CBSE, ISE boards, and I have seen their strengths and weaknesses. So everyone, either it is CBSE or ISE, the syllabus are almost same, the level of knowledge expected is almost same. The only exception is that CBSE students are not supposed to use calculator, but now even CBSE board is considering allowing calculator. So any time during this year you may receive a notification that even CBSE class 12 students may be allowed to use a calculator. So that is the only difference. Otherwise there are small differences between ISE, the problems which ISE students do and the CBSE students do. And a few schools smartly what they will do, CBSE board schools will give some questions from ISE board, and some ISE board schools, I have seen some students, some schools do that. So for example, St. Joseph's school, they give ISE board, they give some questions from CBSE, and I have seen some CBSE boards, they give CBSE schools, they give some questions from ISE. I have seen that. So because the students don't understand some questions, so when they ask me from where this question has been asked, so I easily point out that this question is from ISE board or CBSE board, because I am fully aware of, I have seen and taught each and every problem from both the boards, CBSE, whether CBSE or ISE. Now even authors, so even authors earlier, Grewal used to write only books for CBSE. Now he has started writing books for even ISE. Similarly, Mr. Goyal, earlier he used to write books for only for ISE board, but now he has started writing books for CBSE. So even authors are getting into this, and they want to really help the students. So Grewal for both CBSE and ISE, Goyal for both CBSE and ISE, and some schools prefer teaching from Grewal, and some schools prefer teaching from Goyal. So whatever books, the standard of knowledge, the standard of expertise, the way of explanation, everything is almost same, and everything is up to date. So you can choose either of the books based on your school, whatever they have given inputs based on that. So you can use the. Now coming to class 12 from class 11. See, class 11 it was very easy. We can say it was just 5% of your career. So 5%, I mean, from one chapter we can do around 10 problems. Around 10 problems would be more than sufficient for class 11. So easy to pass, and even parents are not bothered. They are not concerned about teaching students of class 11, thinking that anyways the students will pass, they will be promoted. And some schools, they do that, they even promote blindly, they promote from 11th to 12th. But remember, class 11 has a very basic and very important, it is the foundation, actually foundation for the entire accountancy subject. So this class is particularly for accountancy students, and it is basically, so even for science and commerce and humanities, class 11 is very important. But and if students think that science is very easy when compared, commerce is easy when compared to science. No, equally science students write NEET, JEE and all, but there is a lot of competition even from commerce. Even in commerce there is lot of competition. There are so many competitive exams. So students take up, and they want to do something in their life, they want to really achieve something. So there are competitive exams even in commerce, like we can say, what do you say, CUET is there, and admission, so many SAT, admission tests. So many math, so many tests are there. So you don't have to. So it is not so easy that going into commerce is a cakewalk. No, it's not like that. Going into commerce is not. Even similarly in humanities also there are competitive exams, because if you want to enter into a very good college, where your professional development will be very nice, then you will have so many things to undergo. So you have to be excellent in your career. So in your what do you say, academics, you have to be excellent in your academics. So class 11 is somehow they will pass, and somehow, and even students and even teachers are not bothered, and somehow it will go. So it's okay, around even if you do 10 problems from each lesson, somehow you can manage to pass. But this is the foundation, very important, but a lot of parents, they ignore this, and they think 12th, since 12th is a board exam, they have to be very serious, and so most of the students, even the parents, get serious in class 12. And for your information, there is a lot of difference between class 11 and class 12, whether it is CBSE or ISE, both. The level of knowledge expected in class 12 is, and the syllabus, the content and syllabus for class 12 is very, very high. So you can say 95%, it is 95%. See, just see the difference, vast difference. They see the difference, there is a vast difference from class 11 and class 5. So in class 11 it may be around 5%, but class 12 is almost 95%. Just imagine. So you have to do at least 150 to 300 problems in each lesson. 150 to 300 problems in each lesson in class 12. So otherwise it is not so easy to clear class 12, and particularly to get very good grades is not at all an easy task. So coming to the CBSE and ISE as well, there are three important parts. So there are three important parts. So that is one is partnership accounts, and the other one is company accounts, and the third one is financial statement analysis. Okay, so partnership account, company account, financial statement analysis. So for CBSE, partnership accounts, they carry 36 marks. Company accounts will carry 24 marks. And financial statement analysis will carry 20 marks. So totally 60 marks. I mean 80 marks, sorry. 80 marks. So there are 3 books, 36 marks, 24 marks, 20 marks, and on an average in partnership account we can see there are around 1500 problems. And company accounts we can say there are around 500 problems, you can say. This is approximate, just an approximation. And again financial statement there are 1500 problems, but in this ratio analysis itself will have some 400 500 problems will be there. So cash flow is there, company accounts, I mean, so basics, so many things are there. So you have to be very careful. Now coming to be more precise, even for ISC they have given a blueprint, like for which subject carries, which particular topic carries how many marks. So there is a blueprint. So topic wise blueprint is there for ISC students, but CBSE doesn't have such a blueprint, like from which particular topic how many marks will come. All those things are not there. So all these things are important. As a student you should know all this, because a wise student is the one who plans. So planning, those who plan, they will succeed. So you have to plan your studies accordingly. So you have to study each and every topic thoroughly. So never think so what is there, CBSE is okay, so this is done. Okay, so there are 3 things. CAA, what is CAA? I remember this like this. So what is CAA? CAA is first is concept. Now you are all grown up students, so you should be able to understand the concept. You should understand whatever you are doing. So whatever you are learning, you have to understand and do. So you cannot just follow like a small kid, like 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So you should know why you are learning, why it is debit and why it is credit, why not debit and why not credit, why debit, why credit, why not debit, why not credit. So this is what is concept. And why I have to write in this account, why not in that account, why shouldn't I so many things are there, so which you have to understand. So the subject, so you should be matured enough, so you should be matured to understand the subject. Then comes the attitude. So you should not think it's very easy, so it should don't take it carelessly. So you should be very careful. So you have to be proceed cautiously. So then approach. You should not have casual approach. Okay, so don't have a casual approach. If you have casual approach, then forget about scoring good in your boards. So casual approach is not at all. So you have to put lot of efforts. You have to put lot of efforts. You have to learn each and everything, each and every problem, each and every illustration, each and every exercise, each and every practical question. So you try to understand and ask doubts. You learn from wherever you want. So whatever. So I have observed that most of the parents don't want their students to view YouTube videos and learn. But some students, some parents don't mind because they trust their kids, and even they have given such the proper guidance to them, and they always have a fair trust in the kids and whatever the students are learning. So maybe there are so many reasons why parents don't want the students, because they may be more dependent on the videos rather than in the classroom. They are more dependent on the teachers. So many things are there. So they want to be. So I will tell you one thing. One thing. What is that one thing? So the students should be independent. They should be independent. They should try to be independent. Try to understand the things on your own. Try to understand on your own. To the extent possible. To the extent possible. Some students, they don't understand. There, some students need help in understanding the concept. So try to understand on your own, so that if you don't understand, you can ask your teachers, maybe your friends, and those students who are very good, so they should try teaching, helping others, so that even their own knowledge will grow. So always sharing of knowledge will always improve your knowledge. Sharing always improves your knowledge. So that's why you have to share, you have to help other students if possible, if you have understood. But for that purpose, don't teach wrong things. If you have not understood, don't teach them something wrong. So then it will be the vice versa. So that is one of the reasons. So now these days, so many things are happening in the field of education. So I don't want to just exaggerate certain things, so that you will not be afraid of it. So now coming to class 12. So coming to class 12. Coming to class 12, partnership accounts. So basically, why is this class? I just wanted to give a heads up, like how to study. How to study right from the beginning. Right from the beginning. How to study right from the beginning. So students, they just start studying, and gradually they will learn, and by the time they learn, it may be too late, and almost at least 2-3 months might have passed, or half an year might have passed. So some students, they wake up only after first or second test, or after first or second exam, or after near the exams, when the boards come. So you should be very proactive. So you have to be very proactive from the beginning, from the day one. So now coming to partnership accounts, the first lesson you have here is fundamentals of partnership. Fundamentals of partnership. So what is there in fundamentals of partnership? So what is partnership? Partnership is an agreement between two or more persons who having agreed to share profits, any of them acting for all, carried on by all, any of them acting for all. So the definition as per section 1932 Indian Partnership Act, and minimum number of partners, a maximum number of partners. So what are the rules when there is no partnership deed? No partnership deed. See, all these things are very, very important. So questions will come from any part, like they may ask what is the minimum number of partners, what is the maximum number of partners, what is the rule when there is no partnership deed. So what is the rule in no partnership deed? When there is no partnership deed, the partners share profits and losses equally, and partner, if partner has given loan, partners loan to the firm, partners loan to the firm will get only 6% interest if there is no partnership deed. So what about other things like partner salary? No, nothing can be given. So what about commission? Nothing can be given. Interest on drawings, nothing can be taken. So all those things which would have been decided if there was partnership deed, so nothing will be allowed. Only two things you have to remember, that the profits and losses will be shared equally, and partners loan to the firm carry 6% interest. Not just this, this is just the beginning, and this is just a dot in the first lesson. So what are the other things? Now I will just have a see. So just have a look at this. So fundamentals of partnership, provisions of Indian Partnership Act, meaning and importance, preparation of profit and loss account. So what is profit and loss account, and what is loss appropriation? So now profit and loss account. So what is profit and loss account? Profit and loss account contains charges against the profit. Charges. Appropriation. See, this is just a brief class. I am just telling you how to study the subject accountancy, how to study, start studying, what points to focus, and what you are supposed to leave. Actually, you should leave nothing at all, not even 1%. Not even 1%. All the illustrations, and all the practical questions are important. Yes, all the illustrations and all the practical questions are important. Not even 1% you are supposed to leave. Just imagine. So do you think authors just write the books just to fill up the books and just to increase the numbers of pages so that they can sell at a very huge price? No, nothing like that. So everything is important. They want you to understand certain aspects, so that's why they write the books. So you should, as a student also, you should know that nothing is taken for granted and nothing is assumed to you know it. So you have to just go through at least once. If you know it's well and good, but you have to do each and every problem. So basically I want you, this is the main idea. So what is the main idea? You should know, you should do, you should understand each and every problem, all the illustrations and all the practical questions, and you should understand. Understand is very important. Understand is very, very important. So profit and loss account. So you have learned what is profit and loss account. So normally in class 11 you have learned profit and loss account. In profit and loss account, what happens? Gross profit will be there, expenses will be there, all the expenses will be there. So all these expenses, which will reduce the profit, and you get net profit. The expenses which reduce the profit, the expenses in profit and loss account are called charges. Charges means they go to reduce the profit and loss. They go to reduce the profit. They go to reduce the profit. They affect the profit. They hit the profit. Charges hit the profit. So that's why they come in profit and loss account. So anything that comes in profit and loss account, specifically the expenses, they are called charges. So often this word comes again and again in all the problems, either CBSE or ISC. All these words always come again and again, and a few students don't even understand what are charges. They think maybe something like that. So charges means, it's very important you know the distinction between charge and appropriation. So what is appropriation in case of partnership? Say for example, partners money, partners entitlements. So partners entitlements, what are the partners entitlements? Partners entitlements may be partners salary, not salary of the staff, okay, salary of partners, interest of partners, interest payable to partners, only partners interest, not other interest, okay, interest to the partners. So commission to the partners. So what does the rule say? The rule says only if there is a profit, there should be appropriation. Only if there is a profit, there is appropriation. What is appropriation? Appropriation is giving away the profit to the partners. So that's all. So that is what is appropriation. So some problems, a lot of problems are there around. A lot of problems are there where they will mix up both the things and they will give. So you have to first identify what items will come in profit and loss account, and you have to accordingly you have to treat them, and then whatever comes in appropriation account, they have to come in that particular account itself. So a lot of students mess out in doing this part itself. So focus all these things when you are learning from the day one. You focus on all these things from the day one. So there is no appropriation of loss. Remember, there is no appropriation of loss. There is no appropriation of loss. So there is no appropriation of loss. So there is only appropriation of profit. That is why it's called appropriation. P&L, profit and loss appropriation. There is no appropriation of loss. There is only appropriation of profit. So appropriation of loss is there, but there cannot be any expenses that will be there. So ultimate whatever loss you give it to the partners, that is called loss appropriation. So these things, salary, interest, commission, all this should be only out of the profits. Only out of profits. Only out of profits. Appropriation should be only out of profits. And one more thing. So what is that one more thing? Interest on loan to a partner. Interest on loan to a partner. So interest on loan to a partner is an expense, is a charge. Even though it is to a partner, it is a charge. Similarly, rent to a partner is also a charge. So these are the only two things these are the only two payments which are charge against profits, So when they give this in the question, they will mix up and they will give. You have to treat them accordingly. First you have to treat them, you have to separate it out. The profit they will give, for example, they will give profit of 1 lakh includes interest on loan. So interest on loan has not been given, rent has not been given. So what you have to do, you have to take out all those things, and then you should consider that profit for appropriation. So unless otherwise the problem says that sometimes the problem says that interest on capital is a charge. So sometimes they say like that, interest on capital is a charge. So in that case you have to consider that as such. So what is the rule? One of the basic fundamental rules. So whatever the examiner says, that is correct. Whatever the question says, that is, you have to do it according to that. So you should not think, oh, interest on capital is an appropriation, no, so why should I take it in profit and loss account? Why should I reduce the profit? No, it is because the question says so. Interest on capital is a charge. The question says that you have to treat interest on capital as a charge. You have to treat it simple, that's all. So otherwise by default interest on loan is always a charge, rent to a partner is always a charge. Interest on capital, if the problem says, then only it's a charge, again otherwise it's not. Only if the problem says, that interest on capital is to be treated as a charge against profit, then you have to take it, otherwise it is appropriation. So remember, there is a minute difference, there is a line, silver line between profit and loss account and profit and loss appropriation account. There is a silver line. So often you have to note down whatever you are learning, each and every problem, whatever you have learned, a new thing, what are the changes. So what are the changes you are noticing from one lesson, one question to the another question, what are the new things you are learning. You have to make a note of everything you are learning. Why? Because near the exam or as the revision starts, as the syllabus speed up, so you may not have time to go through all the problems, you may not have time to work out all the problems. So new things will keep coming, so always you have to make a note of everything. So always make a note of each and every topic, each and every concept, small however small it is, each and every concept however small it is, you have to note, make a note of that. So now coming to the fundamentals. So here see, when I started explaining about charge, so many things came up. So profit and loss, you have understood what is profit and loss account, what is profit and loss, is there loss appropriation, the ultimate amount, that is so whether there can be appropriation of other things. So all those things I explained to you. So profit and loss appropriation account. So many things are there again in this, lot of problems are based on this. So maybe around 100 problems are based on this concept itself. So again, partners capital accounts, fixed and fluctuating capital. What is fixed capital, what is fluctuating capital? So these things you have to understand, and you have to identify and do each and everything. So again, partners current accounts, when capital account is method is fixed, what all will come in current account, what all will come in fixed capital, what do you mean by fixed capital system, what is fluctuating capital system. So what all will come, what is included, what is excluded, so those things. So see, interest on loan given by a partner to the firm. So interest on loan given by a partner to the firm. So they are given certain notes, certain things are there. So I just want you to know how to focus on when you are reading the question. So spend more time on reading the question. So they would have given interest on, so they will just give loan, partners loan, they will just give partners loan debit, so partners loan credit. So they will give like this. So what did you understand when they say partners loan debit, partners loan credit? So if you are strong in your class 11, you will think, you will relate, and you will understand what is this, why it is debit, why it is credit, what does it mean actually. So what we are supposed to do, so when it is like this, what we are supposed to do, when it is like this, what we are supposed to do. So interest on partner loan given by a partner to the firm is to be taken as a charge against profit. This interest will be debited to profit and loss account. See, profit and loss account, and credited to his loan account, okay, it is credited to his loan account. So now coming again, so then interest on loan taken by a partner from the firm should be credited to profit and loss account.